Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ English. This topic today is rather sensitive. It is quite emotional as well. It portrays how, in a world with rapid urbanization, expanding human habitation, people have forgotten that this world needs to be shared between humans, animals, and the plants. Humans are not the only custodians of the world. But that has become a reality with ever increasing number of human animal conflicts. In fact, last year in 2024, the government of Kerala, owing to the high number of human deaths, animal injuries, and deaths, had declared human animal conflict as a state specific disaster. And today, authorities at the Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve have done a wonderful initiative. The initiative is to create an app, a dedicated app that shall now monitor the safety, security, and movement of the elephant population. And that's the reason why today the Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve is making headlines. So the authorities here at the Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve in Madhya Pradesh are now using technology, sophisticated AI based technology, to take care of the rising cases of human elephant conflict because it is an increasing challenge as farmlands are being intruded into by human habitation, construction, by roads, highways. Where would these animals go? Eventually, either they attack or they themselves get injured in the process. They also turn aggressive. No wonder it is a disaster for both, for humans as well as for these animals. And today, the authorities at the Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve have introduced a very exciting app known as the Gaj Rakshak App. As the name suggests, it is about giving protection and security to the elephant population, which has, interestingly, only been on the rise in this region of Madhya Pradesh. This was inaugurated recently on the World Tiger Day in Bhopal. The purpose was to monitor elephant movement in real time. Now, even if there is an unknown suspicious movement near the herds of the elephant, that shall be tracked and monitored by the authorities in real time. How does this app work? Because the app provides instant, immediate, real time location data on elephants. Wherever they are moving, their behavior, it sends timely alerts via the SMS, push messages, notifications, voice calls, and sirens if the elephants are approaching in the village. Or if there is a prospect of ensuing human conflict or human interaction that may not be planned for. So, any suspicious activity, any straying of the animals in human area will be now alerted to the authorities much before the disaster actually takes place. So, we can say it is a preventive measure. And this is also equipped, the app comes with an offline connectivity as well. We know that it is created deep in the forest in the Bandhavgarh. Sometimes the buffer areas have a poor internet connection. But that will not stop the authorities from monitoring these elephants because the last scene or the last location of this elephant, all these herds of elephants will be updated and available to the authorities. And that's what makes it so unique. Because even if there is no internet, the app will maintain some of the other connectivity in the remote areas. Elephant monitors can now upload photos, upgrade the locations, specify whether elephant is roaming around solo or are they moving in a group in their own herd. If an elephant gets strayed behind, that also will be taken care of. At the same time, the information is instantly shared with the users of this application, the application called Gaj Rakshak App, within 10-kilometer radius of the elephant's location. Quite a futuristic model, and if successful, definitely it will be expanded to other important national parks, elephant corridors across the country. The elephant population at the Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve has increased. It all began as 40 elephants initially settled in 2018 in this area, and they made this area a permanent home. There is availability of fresh water, there is availability of food supply, there is enough bamboo, there is enough forest area. Hence, these elephants were able to acclimatize to this region. After that, it only increased to about 65 elephants, and the population, luckily, is only increasing. The wildlife experts have said that Bandhavgarh is a best fertile location for elephant population to propagate. Another reason is it is very safe. The forests are very dense, so the animals find a good hiding place in this hilly territory. Now, talking a little bit about the Bandhavgarh National Park, as you can see on the screen here, it is spread over the Vindhya Hills, the Vindhyas, the parallel mountain range to the lower Satpuras. Quite often in the news, very important for UPSC geography, very important for national park static GK, as well as GS paper 3, animal conservation. So it was declared a national park back in 1968. It became a tiger reserve in 1993. This place is also very famous for its Royal Bengal tiger, and the density of the tiger population at the Bandhavgarh is known to be the highest in India, not just in India but across the world. In Madhya Pradesh, this region overlaps with the Umaria district within the beautiful Vindhya range. Okay, so remember the location as well. Now, talking about the elephant population in the country, India is home to above 60% of world's wild Asian elephants. These are known as Elephas maximus. That's the biological name of the species. Significantly, it is the Indian subspecies that predominates, known as Elephas maximus indicus. Okay, the word indicus, highlighting that it is an Indian specific subspecies of the Asian elephant. An elephant also is country's national heritage animal. They are a keystone species. Now, if you want to know more about how they are the keystone species, what functions do they provide to the whole ecosystem, then we can also discuss that later. But they play a key role in ecosystem management. They play a key role in nutrition cycling as well as in seed dispersal. So they only spread in the forest cover to become more and more dense. Plus, they also regulate climate because of their important contribution in ecological maintenance. Talking about the status of Asian elephants in India, the Asian elephant is India's largest terrestrial or land mammal. It is found usually in the southern, the northeast, and the central regions. And let's remember, about 30,000 live-in fragmented populations are existing right now. That also makes elephant conservation a priority. Recently, the Indian government in the last few years, understanding the fact that there are too many roadways, there are too many railway tracks, and commercialization underway across most of the forests in India. So the government took up to creating elephant corridors, interconnected forest regions which will enable these elephants to move smoothly from one place to another, perhaps in the search of water, in the search of food or a safer shelter. And hence, corridor based conservation is now a key agenda in elephant conservation. Talking about the Asian elephant, globally, how are they recognized in terms of their safety, their status? So, the IUCN, International Union of Conservation for Nature, it was also in the news last week, if you remember. We had discussed how the IUCN has given identification, recognition to India's largest dedicated Dugong Conservation Park at the Park Bay. That's why it was in the news. Today, if we talk about the Asian elephant status, then within the IUCN, it is endangered. Talking about India's own Wildlife Protection Act, elephants are figured in Schedule 1. That means utmost precautions need to be done, and there is no amount of disturbance that we can afford to create in elephant habitat. They have a protection status. And then if you talk about the CITES, that is the convention, a protocol on international trade in certain endangered species of animals and plants, flora and fauna, then elephants are Appendix 1 here also. In India, long back in 1992, we had started the Project Elephant. That was a centrally sponsored scheme, and Project Elephant supports more than 22 states and union territories in creating elephant corridors, protecting the species of elephants, their habitats. Their movement is assured with full safety. It focuses not only on preventing elephants from injury or killing, but also it helps in conflict mitigation, the human animal conflict per se. It also takes care of captive elephant, plus provides funding, infrastructure, anti poaching, anti hunting initiatives are also a part of this Project Elephant. Much later, say you talk about financial year 23, 2024, the Project Elephant and the Project Tiger, these two important schemes have been merged. And together today it is known as Project Tiger and Elephant. So this is about the Bandhavgarh Park being in the news, the very interesting Gaj Rakshak App. Quite an important question for GS paper 3 as we keep talking in it about protecting endangered species in India. So you should know under which schedule of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 do we place the Asian elephant. We must also know how the elephant happens to be one of the largest known terrestrial mammals for the country. It is a heritage animal for us, and therefore we should also know why and how is it a keystone species. All these are important, and now let's have a look at the question. Consider the following statements regarding the Gaj Rakshak App that was recently in the news in Bandhavgarh. One, the app has been developed to track and monitor tigers inside the reserve, the Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve. Two, it provides immediate, real time alerts to forest officers and local communities about elephant movement to reduce animal human conflict. And the last one, it has an offline function as well. So, which means in the buffer areas, in the outskirts, wherever, in the remote locations, there is no internet or poor internet connectivity, still the app will create updates about the last location of the elephants and the users will still have access to information. So, which of these statements do you think is or are valid? You can let us know the answer. The answer has been put here for your own reference, for your own clarification. And now, a quick reminder about the sale. Well, today is 3rd October, the last day for our Dashera Dhamaka sale. Why is it a dhamaka, such a big sale? Purely because we offer you Hindi, English, and Hin-English courses for various GS subjects. Especially if you are an aspirant for 2026, that's just upcoming now, barely few months to go. That's the fast track batch for us. Today is the time you can enroll for a sale that's as cheap as something starting from 7499 only. And how will you do that? You can use the code SPLY from your screen and apply for the sale. This will also enable you massive discounts on the optional subjects, by the way. And for the October batch as well, the evening classes are happening. You can make a use of that. Once again, it's a bilingual course that we offer you here from a price that is as less as 18,999 for our students who are studying for UPSC 2027. But time is like water. You can never control that. It keeps flowing. And that's why, even for those who are preparing for the target year 2028, it is time you can make advantage of this ongoing sale by enrolling in various courses. Same protocol. Use the code SPLIVE, and if you want more details, do reach out to us. There is a form here in the description box. So give a professional edge to your preparation and ensure your success in the upcoming UPSC exam only with us at StudyIQ IAS. Thank you.